Hey, what is up, people? Mommy and daddy out on a date day. Kids are away. But anyways, this is gonna be a random talk. I didn't tell Erica what we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna talk about it now. So it's an update on what we're doing with the kids, right? So before I did a video saying that with the kids and their chores and stuff like that, what we do is we have one kid be in charge of the chores for the week. So one person is held responsible and one person gets to delegate or chooses to do the chores themselves for that week. So it makes it easier for us as parents because we have 4 kids. So we don't have to worry about who we told to do what, when, and where. There is one person as our point of contact for all chores to be done in the home that the kids are responsible for. And that one person gets to delegate if their siblings will do the chore themselves, or if they'll work together on it as a team project, or if they'll just get it done on their own. So whenever something needs to be done, I only have to call that one person. So we've been doing that for the last few months now, and I wanted to give an update on how we all think it's been going. So Erica, how do you think it's been going?
Okay, you did put me on the spot. I think it started off kind of rough, but it has gotten a lot easier. Where at first they started doing what were they doing? Causing fights by making one person do all the work when it wasn't their turn, and then they realized it backfired when it wasn't their week to be in charge, and then they started being nicer and helping each other out. So how long have we been doing this?
It's been a few months.
It's been a few months. I feel like the first 2 months were rough. This month seems to be like the easiest month so far, where they're really like working together and trying to get things done.
Because what I try to get them to see is the teamwork effort of it, right? Because I said, either way, all the chores have to get done. And I don't care who does them as long as they get done. So what they realize is that the power in the leader's hands gets taken away if you just get the chores done. Because some days at school, for example, 1 or 2 kids might stay after longer for tutoring or for extracurricular activity, and the other kids might be home. And instead of waiting for the one kid who was the leader that week to come home and start delegating who's going to do what chores, some of the kids would just be like, oh, I'm just going to work on these because these are easy ones. I can just get them done anyway. So then I can sit down and play video games or watch TV or do whatever I want to do. And then when the person that was the leader came home, there were only 1 or 2 chores left to be done. And then that person was like, oh, wow, they already did all these other ones? Cool, there's not much stuff to do. I'll just go ahead and take care of it myself. So it's worked out where they started learning that being the leader didn't mean necessarily that you had to come and delegate everything to everyone. If they just work together as a team, they could get things done more efficiently. And everyone has different skill sets. Like, we have 4 kids, 11, 9, almost 6, and 4. So they all have different skill sets. Some things for one kid will take 30 minutes to get done, and for another kid might take 10 minutes because they just, their adeptness to doing different chores is different. Carrying a vacuum or sweeping the floor or taking the dogs out, turning on the pool, taking out the trash, collecting the trash in the house, folding laundry, switching laundry from the washer to dryer, cleaning their bathroom mirrors, cleaning the sinks, cleaning the counters, washing the dishes, unloading the dishwasher, cleaning their rooms, putting away shoes, dusting, I don't know, whatever chores you come up with. But there's things that they can do, but the speed and efficiency of doing it is different depending who the child is. So it's really worked out that they've started figuring out how to use teamwork to make things happen. And then they also found that as time went on, and I no longer had to keep saying to whoever the leader was for that week what they needed to do, they took the power out of Erica and I's hands, where we didn't have to be the ones to delegate, hey, all these things need to get done, we need to write a list, you guys need to work on it. I said, if you guys work together and just get the stuff done, I'll never have a chance to fuss. Like, as much as I just wake up every day and just want to fuss at you guys, because that's the kind of mom and dad we are. We just wake up and want to yell at our kids every day. If they just get the stuff done, oh my gosh, I won't be able to yell at you for anything. Not that we, yell, talk to them and tell them to do their stuff. So they started figuring it out. So we're going to keep it going. I wanted to give an update on it because I just thought it was something I was trying, like an experiment, see how it works. So far it's been working out well, and I think it's honestly teaching them, again, what the main point of it was, leadership skills, where when you're a leader, there are times when you lead by serving, not by trying to be a boss. And when they tried at first just bossing everyone around, they found that it didn't work out very well for them to get things done. So it worked out better when whoever was leading took charge and led by action, and then everyone else sort of followed along. You have anything else to say?
There's 2 things that I wanted to add. I noticed that it helped them with empathy. They started to empathize, like if there was a sibling who was sick
or something.
Yeah, they would take over and they would say, oh, I'll do it for them because they're not feeling well today. And even if it was a couple days, sometimes some kids missed like a whole week of doing chores, and then that kid who was sick would fill in a little bit more the next week. And this was something that adjusted without us even having to say anything to them. The other thing I thought was really cool is we noticed how everyone has their own style. So one of our kids likes to get up early in the morning, and he actually gets up before us.
He's more awake and alert in the morning. Like when he gets up, he's like, oh, I'm up for the day. I'm gonna start getting stuff done.
And he doesn't want to wait and leave it for later on in the day, because he knows at the end of the day he's tired, he needs to rest. And we really respect that. Like, I think it's so cool that as a kid he's already figured out what works best for him, and he just kind of stays true to that. And another kid is more of a night owl, and she's more of like, if things don't get done at the end of the day, she kind of cleans up at the end of the day, like finishes things out. She's the one that, like, if there's a little bit of a catastrophe, you can count on her to like jump in and help. I guess it's probably obvious who I'm talking about, but Carson has helped me too. Like one time, actually a couple days ago, Harper had her hair braided, but it was really tiny braids, and I needed to start taking them out because they were starting to get frizzy. And I was undoing the braids, and she was retwisting them, and that was really incredible because that wasn't part of her chores, but she just jumped in and did that. And so there's something else I was gonna say. They've recognized their different styles of what works best for them, which is incredible because that's not something that we had to teach them. They just kind of figured that out organically. And the other thing that's really cool is it taught them to respect each other, even if there's a sibling who's 5 years younger than you, or I guess the biggest difference would be 7 years, Carson to Harper. They literally all respect each other. Now, Harper hasn't really been in charge that much because she's 4.
It's only the older 3 who get to be in charge every week because they're competent enough to understand what needs to be done and to work on it together. But Harper, she does help along. Our 4-year-old, she wants to get involved and do things because when she sees everyone else working together, she wants to be a part of what's going on. So there's some things that she can't do at the same level as everyone else. But I mean, put a rag in her hand, she wants to wipe something down. You know,
or she'll run something upstairs. Like a lot of times she'll do like
organizing the shoes,
dropping things off that we don't feel like running all the way upstairs.
She is our master sock folder. She will sit down and find matches because she loves playing the matching game, like with the cards, where you do from memory, you find one match to another. So when I told her like, hey, you're gonna help us match the socks. So when we're folding laundry together, we have these like laundry folding parties where we all get together and fold all the laundry all at once, so it all gets done in like 20 or 30 minutes. She loves like grabbing socks, like, oh look, I found a match, and then she'll put them together, and then, you know, she knows where all the socks go, so she puts them all put away, and it's just been great because they've been learning stuff, and it's worked out nicely. So hopefully it works for other people too.
Another thing that they do is sometimes I'll have to do the dishes or vacuum, and they're like, oh my gosh, mommy, I'm so sorry I didn't do that. Thank you for vacuuming, even though that was my job. And one thing that I think is incredible, because I don't even hear of teenagers doing that sometimes, it's incredible that our kids are recognizing that Josh and I are doing things around the house. They recognize how hard it is. They recognize what how taking care of our home shows love and appreciation for them. And sometimes if we're not able to do something, they want to step in and help us. And so it's pretty cool because I don't know of a lot of kids their ages who thank their parents for cleaning up around the house. That's and cool.
I'd say there was a day that we had some family intense fellowship where we were all having some bickering and stuff going on, and Eric and I sat all the kids down and talked and said, like, listen, you guys realize when y'all were younger and you weren't capable of doing these things, or if we did these things, we'd have to do it with you to help make sure you understood how to do it or teach you how to do it, etc. That before all that, we were doing everything. All of the chores around the house, Eric and I would have to take care of. And so I said, as you guys get older and you're more capable, then you guys can help out doing those things. And then when we're done working or doing whatever projects we have to work on, we're not as tired. Then we have more time to hang out with you. We have more time to take you places. We have more time to go do other things together as a family because we're not worn out doing all the work while y'all are sitting around taking naps in the car, you know, playing video games, watching TV on your tablets, doing whatever you're doing. So it's really been a big change so far in the family dynamic, because now that we're getting more help with certain tasks that they can complete, we get to concentrate on other tasks that then allow us to have more time to spend with them, on
Like
parents
playing
hanging out
video
with your kids, like
games,
playing video games together, playing sports, watching shows or movies together and stuff like that. But video's getting about 10 minutes. We want to end it. Don't want to be too long, but yeah, just want to talk about that real quick, update, and we'll do some more life updates, I don't know, at some point.